Hi, I'm Martina, and today I'm looking at Curzon Street Station. This is where the Birmingham spur of HS2, covered in my previous video, will terminate. This is what it will apparently look like. They haven't got very far yet. Where you can see some work going on at the far end was the original Birmingham station built in 1838. All that's left is this classical entrance building. The original station was built by two rival companies. The Grand Junction Railway came 82 miles south to Birmingham from the Liverpool to Manchester Railway, which was the first intercity railway in the world, if only 31 miles long. Here it met the 112-mile London and Birmingham Railway, according to the company the biggest construction project ever in the world, costing £5 million. That's anywhere between £500 million and £20 billion in today's money. At first they didn't exactly get on and built two separate stations. Passengers travelling through here had to change trains and buy two tickets. The London and Birmingham was better funded, so the surviving entrance building was theirs, at the front of a big fancy station. The Grand Junction station was smaller, on an awkward triangular site. Despite that, this was the connection point to the world's first railway network, and it was a huge success. The two railway companies quickly started cooperating to share tickets and tracks, and merged after 8 years, forming the London and North Western Railway, the LNWR. The new company was rolling in cash and could afford to dig a big trench through the middle of Birmingham to open New Street Station in 1854. When New Street opened, Birmingham Station was renamed to Curzon Street and used almost entirely for freight. That lasted until the 1960s, when BR deemed it surplus to requirements, sold it to Royal Mail, and they built a parcel depot, only served by road. In the meantime, in 2000, Birmingham Council had demolished the eastern half of the Inner Ring Road, considered to be preventing the expansion of the city centre and requiring pedestrians to cross it in tunnels underneath. The parcel depot lasted until 2006, so when HS2 started to be planned, they seized on this site as being ideal for a new station. Ideally, New Street Station could be expanded, but being underground in a big trench with lots of things built up to the edges and over it, that would be very hard. The other two main stations, Snow Hill and Moore Street, point the wrong way, although the new station here is right next to Moore Street. It's been criticised for awkward pedestrian connections to New Street via a concrete tunnel ironically, but 20 years after the demolition of the Ring Road, the city centre is finally expanding this way, so it might all work. They are also expanding the tram this way, demolishing the former McDonald's on High Street to connect to the tram lines on Corporation Street. The first Curzon Street station really did revolutionise transport, despite being a bodge job that only lasted 16 years. All the advertising hoardings here tried to tell you that HS2 will completely revolutionise transport too. But it will after all be the fourth railway station on the third line between here and London. Despite not being as revolutionary as the hype wants you to think, it could still be worthwhile. That is a big question though that I ought to dedicate a video to. Why not subscribe? Then I might make it. This has been the third script for this, hopefully less boring than the first two versions. Either way, I've been Martina, and thank you for looking at things with me.